Growing up in the small town of Nsukka, Nnenna had always dreamed of escaping poverty. Her mother, a petty trader, had done her best to provide for her, but life had been unkind. Nnenna remembered the days she went to school with an empty stomach, the nights she studied by candlelight because there was no electricity, and the countless times she had overheard neighbors whisper that she would never amount to anything. But Nnenna was different. She refused to let her background define her. She studied hard, graduated top of her class, and secured a scholarship to study business administration at the University of Abuja. The moment she set foot into Abuja, she vowed never to return to the life she left behind. She worked multiple jobs, networked with the right people, and built a small business selling imported luxury hair and designer accessories. Success did not come easy. There were days she cried herself to sleep, days she thought of giving up, but she pushed through. By the time she turned 28, she had made it. Nnenna owned a thriving online business, had an impressive criteria of Abuja socialites, drove a sleek Mercedes, and lived in a serviced apartment in Gwarimpa. People who once mocked her now praised her, and she relished every moment. But as the Igbo proverb always says, he who claims to have built himself forget that destiny helped him. One fateful day, Nnenna attended a high-profile women's networking event at a luxury hotel in Matima. She was dressed in a stunning blue gown, her long straight wig cascading down her back. The atmosphere buzzed with conversations about business, investment, and success stories. Seated beside her was a woman she had just met, Adaora, a poised, soft-spoken lady in her early 30s. "You are truly an inspiration, Nnenna," Adaora said, sipping her cocktail. "So tell me, how did you do it?" Nnenna smiled, flattered by the attention. It felt good to finally be recognized. She leaned in, lowering her voice as if she were about to share a sacred secret. "I started from nothing," she began, "but I refused to be poor. I worked hard, made the right connections, and learned the power of social media marketing. Now I make millions in a week." Adaora listened intently, nodding at intervals. Nnenna continued, her excitement growing. "I have clients in Lagos, Dubai, and even in London. Just last week, a senator's wife ordered luxury wigs worth over 2 million naira from me. Can you believe it?" Adaora chuckled, eye twinkling. "That's amazing. You truly deserve all your success." The night ended on a high note, and Nnenna felt like she had just gained a new friend. She exchanged numbers with Adaora, promising to keep in touch, but something changed after that night. It started subtly. A few days later, one of her biggest clients, the senator's wife, suddenly stopped responding to her messages. When Nnenna finally got through, the woman coldly informed her that she had found another supplier. Confused, Nnenna brushed it off as bad luck. Then her Instagram page, where she was conducted most of her business, was hacked. She lost access to over 50,000 followers and months of hard work. She still refused to panic. "These things happen," she told herself, shaking off the growing unease. But the universe had more in store. Within a month, everything unraveled. Her import shipment was seized at the port over some unresolved documentation issues. Her landlord suddenly increased her rent by an outrageous amount, forcing her to consider relocating. Then came the final blow. Her bank account, the one she had spoken, which had overflowing millions, was hacked. Within hours, every single naira vanished. Nnenna sat on her bed, staring at her phone in disbelief. How? Why? Her hands trembled as she tried calling her bank, her voice cracking with desperation. But the damage was done. For the first time in years, Nnenna felt powerless. The life she had built so much with sweat and sacrifice was crumbling right before her eyes. That night, she sat in her living room, hugging her knees. The air felt heavy and suffocating. And then, a thought crossed her mind. Adaora. She had told Adaora everything, every single detail of her success. Could it be? No, that was absurd. Adaora seemed so kind, so genuine. But as the Igbo say, a stranger can be more dangerous than a family, for they kill with a smile. As panic tightened its grip around her, Nnenna knew she had to find answers. And there was only one place to start. She picked up her phone, her fingers trembling as she dialed Adaora's number. The call went straight to voicemail. Nnenna's stomach dropped. Something was terribly wrong. Nnenna barely slept that night. Every time she closed her eyes, her mind replayed the past few weeks, the hacked account, the lost shipment, the wiped out bank balance, and then there was Adaora. Her heart pounded as she dialed Adaora's number again. Still no answer. Something inside her whispered that she had made a terrible mistake by trusting a stranger with the details of her success. By morning, she couldn't sit still. She had to find Adaora. Nnenna called a few mutual contacts from the networking event. Hello, please do you have Adaora's business Instagram handle? She asked one of them. Adaora? The woman hesitated. Which Adaora? I don't think I have met anyone with that name. Nnenna frowned. She's tall, fair, soft-spoken. We all sat together last night. There was silence on the other end. Babe, I don't remember any Adaora. Maybe she was a +1? Nnenna ended the call, her fingers tightening around her phone. A sick feeling startled in her stomach. She called 2 more people. Nobody remembered Adaora. It was as if she had never existed. Jesus Christ, Nnenna muttered. What is going on? She scrolled through her messages, looking for the number Adaora had given her. She dialed again. The number you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. That was the answer she got. Nnenna's breath hitched. She checked WhatsApp. No profile picture, no last seen, nothing. She felt dizzy. Adaora had vanished. Nnenna was not the superstitious type, but something about the situation felt off. She needed spiritual guidance. By evening, she found herself in Auntie Ngozi's house in Apo. Aunt Ngozi was a deeply religious woman who believed in both prayers and ancestral wisdom. As soon as Nnenna walked in, her aunt frowned. Guinea Mary, what happened? Nnenna collapsed on the couch. Auntie, everything is falling apart. My business, my money, everything is gone. Auntie Ngozi sat beside her, eyes sharp with concern. Biko, start from the beginning. Explain to me what happened exactly. Nnenna took a deep breath and narrated everything, from meeting Adaora to how things began to crumble. When she finished, Aunt Ngozi was quiet for a long moment. Then she sighed. I told you before, Success is something you don't announce carelessly. Nnenna swallowed hard. Her aunt continued. Nwam, do you know why our ancestors were secretive about their wealth? Because not everyone who smiles at you is happy with you. Sometimes it's not about jealousy. Some people carry spirits that block blessings. Nnenna shivered. Auntie, do you think Adaora did something to me? Auntie Ngozi exhaled sharply. I don't know, but I don't like that she disappeared just like that. You need to pray, and you need to cleanse yourself spiritually. She stood up and went to her room, returning with a small bottle of holy oil and a white cloth. Tonight, wake by 3 a.m. and pray. Ask God to restore what was lost and reveal the truth. Then rub this oil on your forehead before you sleep. Nnenna nodded, gripping the bottle tightly. That night, she did exactly what Auntie Ngozi instructed. At 3 a.m., she knelt by her bedside, tears streaming down her face. God, if I was careless, forgive me. If I have allowed the wrong person into my life, show me mercy, please. Restore what I have lost. She prayed for almost an hour before exhaustion took over. She rubbed the oil on her forehead and fell into a deep sleep. And that was when it happened. In her dream, she saw herself back at the hotel, sitting next to Adaora. By this time, she spoke. She noticed something strange. Adaora's smile was too wild, her eyes too sharp. Then Adaora leaned in closer. Thank you for telling me everything, she whispered. Suddenly, her face shifted. Her smooth skin cracked like a broken polar sea, revealing a hollow, dark void underneath. Adaora wasn't human. Nnenna gasped in terror as a chilling voice echoed around her. Your mouth gave me your destiny. She jerked awake, drenched in sweat. Her heart was pounding. It felt too real. She grabbed her phone and called Aunt Ngozi. Auntie, I saw it oh. Her aunt listened quietly, then sighed. Not everyone you meet is ordinary. Some people are spiritual thieves. You opened your mouth and she used it against you. Nnenna felt sick. So what do I do now? You fight back, Auntie Ngozi said firmly. Your blessings are not lost forever, but you must pray like you have never prayed before. And you must learn from this. Never announce your success before it fully settles. Over the next few weeks, Nnenna followed her aunt's instructions. She fasted, prayed, and spoke positive declarations over her life. Slowly, things began to shift. One of her old clients suddenly called, offering a new business deal. Her Instagram account, which had lost all hope of recovering, was miraculously restored. Even the frozen bank account was resolved. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but day by day she rebuilt herself. By this time, she moved in silence. No more unnecessary boasting. No more revealing details to strangers. Because now she understood. Not all listeners are well-wishers. Some just listen to take. The moral lesson of this story: spiritual forces exist, whether through jealousy, ill intentions, or supernatural means. Some people carry energies that can block your progress. Hi besties, we have come to the end of the story. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you'll never miss on whenever I post a new story. Till I come your way next time. Bye.